the business show with Eugene and Willie, and an amazing guest again. So stay tuned to find out who we've got on the show today. And remember, at the end, we've got the hot seat. So welcome to the show, everyone. Willie, welcome.
Cool. Welcome, everybody, to today's show. Without you, there can't be a show. So for the guys that's new to the show and want to join our mastermind, join Entrepreneur HQ. The link's below this. For the other guys, please like and share with as many people. The purpose of this show is just to reach as many business owners. And, you know, we firmly believe that you can model success after guys have done it before. And once again, awesome guest today, Eugene, Andre on today. Without any further ado, I think introduce him.
Yeah, so just an interesting fact before we get into that is South African entrepreneurs are a lot more resourceful than a lot of the other entrepreneurs. And just looking at it today, Andre sitting with COVID. I don't have power. Willie doesn't have power. And we make the stuff work. We just do it. That's how we roll. And I think that's why we are so resourceful and how we can come up with all these little plans. And that's why South Africa has so many entrepreneurs. Story for another day. So Andre. So Andre's from Seamless Productions, videographer by trade as well. And then he's got this really cool concept of storytelling, how you should tell your story in your videos. How many of us sit and then we put on the camera and it's like, I don't know what to talk about, put it off, put it on, put it off, put it on. So Andre's going to walk us through that a bit. So if you want to do videos and if you want to build a personal brand, stay tuned for Andre Weber also. Go, bring him in.
The crowd goes wild. Welcome, Andre.
Oh, it's all me this morning. Hey guys, what's up? How's everyone?
What's up, Andre? Welcome to the business show.
Yeah, looking forward. Thanks for inviting me, Willie, Eugene. It's gonna be awesome. And all the rest of the guys. What's up?
And cool background you have there. What is that about?
I made it myself. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. I think we've had this for ages. So literally, there's actually a hole in the wall that goes into the kitchen, right? So this is my office. So we just decided to stop that because I can focus on what I do here. And there you go. It's a backdrop.
Nice backdrop.
Andre, so let's jump into it. Thanks so much for joining us on the show today. We know you've got COVID. I hope you're well. You look well, though. But tell us a bit about Andre and Seamless Productions, man.
Well, yes, the COVID unfortunately crept up on me. It's it's really unfortunate. I think I had my worst days are, I think, behind me. I felt a little ill over the weekend, like seriously. But with all the great kind of medical resources and everything out there, privileged enough to have a medical aid, so that really does help. And so I'm actually feeling, let's get back out there. But for the sake of, I think, just protecting everyone around us, let's just keep to the rules and kind of. So I've got a COVID goal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out this Rubik's Cube before my 14 days are up. So this is the start.
Why everyone struggles with that so much? I've done like 20 of them. All you do is you take the stickers off the ones.
Them off. Yes, I've broken them and then stuck them back together. You know what the issue is.
I think Seamless Productions, man, it's been an incredible journey for me so far. I started Seamless Productions in 2020 actually. So it's been a short journey, very startup still. But man, I'm so blessed. Like everyone keeps asking me, so what are you busy with? I'm like, no, I'm busy with work. I'm blessed. Like at the moment, I don't have time for anything else. And so I'm really, really happy about that. So how it started was I came from a working background in 2018. 2019, I decided, listen, I want to start doing my own thing. Like I have this, this itch. I think most of us have. Like I have this
Yeah.
itch. I wanna scratch it. Let's just get it started. One of my passions is coffee. So I thought, okay, let me start a mobile coffee shop. I mean, it's a lekker vibe. Get this vintage whole feel to it, and that took off like a rocket ship. And yeah, we're obviously very happy about that. And then 2020, COVID hit, and all events, that just an abrupt halt. And I had to kind of reimagine, all right, so what am I gonna do? So I think all of us, we leave some breadcrumbs and some clues as to what we are capable of, right? And in the time I did Theory of Coffee, that was the name of the mobile coffee shop. In the time I did Theory of Coffee, I had a lot of guys approach me and ask me, listen, who's doing your marketing? Because it looks great. Like, your content looks awesome. And I'm like, no, it's all me. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, you do everything. Like, from the ground up, you do it all.
HR, purchasing,
Everything.
marketing, everything.
Every single thing. And that kind of hinted me in the direction to say, okay, cool stuff. So if I'm gonna have to take initiative here, I think I'm gonna go for something that I know that's close to home. Sold off everything for the best possible price I could get, reinvested into a good camera, got a better computer to do some video editing, and boom, Bob's your uncle. There it goes. And honestly, like, it blew my mind. I mean, I haven't sat still ever since. Like there's constant conversations going, and some do take longer than others, but I love all the sounds happening. Like, hey, Andre, do you want to do this for us, or what does this look like, or how do we do this? And hey, here's like a quick little job on the side for this thing, and so a lot of beautiful things happening, and I really can't wait to see what's next for Seamless and for myself. So that's how that
Amazing.
born. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
Amazing. I mean, we speak to a lot of entrepreneurs, Eugene, and now some of these guys just didn't make it through this COVID because they couldn't shift their head from I'm really in the dwang now to okay, this is what I can do and progress. So it's an amazing story, man.
Oh,
and
thanks a lot.
Congratulations for taking that leap of faith. There's a lot of people that wouldn't have done that. So amazing. Yes, Eugene, go for it.
What also stood out for me is you mentioned the word reimagine, and I think that is what entrepreneurship is about. You don't start your journey by saying, so I've worked out everything and this is exactly how it's going to work. Your entrepreneurship journey starts with, imagine if I could do this. Imagine this would work. And that's how the entrepreneurship journey. So I think for all of us, get more into that creative space and imagine what this can be. And that's where the magic comes from.
Yeah. It's kind of that moment, those are the moments it takes you through those difficult times. It's just remember what's happening at the end. So
what's the dream? What's the picture? What's the vision at the end? Yeah, definitely.
And then it's just go. Like there's nothing else. You need to do this. Go. Like I remember my very first ad that I shot. I sat there speaking to these clients. Now, many people, they buy into who you are before you even give them the service or the product. So, you get to a space where you kind of, okay, I know who Andre is. So I'm just going to be myself. I know that when I promise something, I will deliver on it. That was the only thing that I held on to. Like skill, I can Google that. I can YouTube how to. I'll get it done. Don't you worry.
These are my greatest assets.
Cluck. Sat there, spoke to my first clients. landed my first little social media campaign or ad that I done with my very first camera that I bought. This little, I mean, it's 6 years, 7 years old. It did the job because I know how it works. I know how to use it. I know, and again, when I was done with that first kind of ad, I felt like, oh wow, this is for the first time. I mean, I'll overwork myself for this because I love it. I absolutely love being behind the camera. I love being in front of the camera. I love working with people around like it's just, creating stuff is just passion. Oh, massive.
Yeah. What's one of the coolest projects that you've done?
Up to date, again, very startup phase still. I had the privilege to join the guys at a company called Fourth Musketeer. Fourth Musketeer, they do they call it XCC, Extreme Character Challenge, right? So they take a bunch of guys into the mountains with little to no information as to what will be happening, with only the bare minimum things that you need. Like, this is what you'll need. What's going to happen, you'll see. Like, you never know.
That's why it's just men, because no woman would come near you at the end of that camp.
The funny thing is they started an Arise one for ladies specifically, which I don't think is going to be that rigorous. But look, a felty for anyone in any case. Like
anything goes.
Look, that was a powerful experience. So there's a vlog coming out like you'll never forget. Like, so because we were 200 men, right? 200 men. Oh
yes.
Yeah, no, it's please, let's just move on. That was but yeah, that was really one of the most I think adventurous things I've done, because it was literally me, my camera. We were in the mountains. We had these incredible settings. Like, you were pushed to the limit, and everywhere I went, everyone saw me. I had my camera, bro. Everywhere I had my camera, just getting shots here, doing that there, and so that was probably one of the most the funnest or broadest kind of experience I had with kind of being on the project and whatever. So that project is now in post production. Incredible story, which is going to be told like a little documentary style something. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Lekker, man, lekker. I once heard someone say, facts tell and stories tell. Stories sell. And when Eugene introduced you, he mentioned that you also believe in storytelling and stuff like that. How important is it actually for guys that's thinking of making videos to tell stories?
Well, I think that's probably if you don't know how the tech works, if you don't know how, what type of shots there are, and what the terms of all the technical terms are, and what camera you should use, and all the nice twos and the extras. If you don't know any of that, but you know how to tell a story, you don't need any of those other things. Like, honestly, I follow a couple of incredible storytellers who also happen to be incredible influencers, who also happen to be millionaires, if not billionaires. They know how to tell a story. They know how to connect some kind of emotional something to what they're doing, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, whether it's and it's so amalgamated into their life that this thing that they are doing it's not a thing apart from them. It is very much a part of them. Like, and if you know how to do that, you're not then it's not about selling that thing. It's literally about just
about
people
connecting with people.
People become loyal. They're like, oh, I understand what this guy is doing, and because of that, I will support whatever he's doing. And
I think, I think we tend to forget sometimes that we, even if you do B2B businesses, that we do people do business with people and not with business and stuff like that. And then that's really where I find we connect with these guys. Tell me, what are some of the big storytellers which you follow?
I think some of the number one guy that really is doing well for me. He's a little bit of a unique guy. Is obviously Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary, Gary.
So, and what he does is like I sometimes as being in production, I look at content sometimes with a different perspective as to, okay, so what did they do to get that piece of content out there? And sometimes I'm like, that guy had a phone in his hand, not even good quality. He didn't worry about, know, whether it should be landscape or portrait or whatever. He just, the one thing he did, he was telling a story and he was adding value. Those are the two things. Boom.
And isn't it also him which is saying that don't worry about the quality. The more authentic you are, the more people will actually resonate with you. Yeah, he's got a great book. What's that book's name, Eugene?
It's got Crush It, and then
Crush It. Yeah, that's quite a nice book for everyone. That if you're interested in learning.
The other one's also Ask Gary V, which was also pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, this show was born from the Ask the Gary V show. We like kind of shouldn't we start a show and let's call it Ask Billy and Eugene show, but no one's asking us questions, but we're asking questions now.
Listen, but yeah, he's an incredible. I mean, he's moving and shaking, and he's in the privileged position to have a team of I don't know how many people who constantly create content. I mean, they come to him with ideas, and all he's doing is literally just saying, "Love it, let's go, shoot, 30 seconds, thank you, let's go, Nick."
And in the position where you can do that now because of the brand.
Pushing content like crazy. He's one of the names, and Eugene, we've spoken about it as well. I think Peter McKinnon, some of the great
That's also really good.
Dan Mace.
Dan Mace is awesome. Dan Mace is South African, right?
Yeah, Dan Mace, South African, who's flipping. He's putting out incredible content. Like I think. So yeah, those are. Yeah.
He's gonna go big, and he moved to New York now as well. So he's gonna boom it.
Create content for. I think he's gonna create content for Discovery Channel or something. Yeah, some other.
One of my buddies actually started a business where he bought a GoPro, and Discovery has some sort of thing where if you shoot cool videos, they buy it from you. And one of his biggest passions was diving. So he just took his GoPro, went diving, took a bunch of videos, and then he got offered, I can't remember how the contract worked, but some sort of contract with Discovery, where he then goes and dives and shoots videos and he produces content.
Living the dream, bro.
Living the dream. Living your passion, man.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Exactly.
So something that we talk about quite often is action, and what's the stuff that causes procrastination. We kind of getting to the end of the show, so I think this would be my last question from my side. Just something I want to mention. We are so blessed. This is the middle of winter, and if I take off, the sun is reflecting here off my laptop. And it's the middle of the winter, and it's clear blue skies. The sun is shining. I'm wearing a short sleeve or a thin sort of jacket sort of thing. We're really blessed in this country. Getting to the procrastination part, I think one of the things that blocks people from doing more content is the not knowing how sort of process. And that's why Gary Vee also mentioned, the guy came up to him, he's like, listen, so I want to produce a content, but I want to get, he's like, stop. Do it. He's like, yeah, but you don't understand. I need this camera. He's like, no, you don't. Just go do it. He's like, yeah, but my phone. He's like, stop it. Just go do it. Let's talk a bit more technical. What would be some of your things? Is it landscape? Do you shoot portrait? What's 2 or 3 tips that you can give the viewers on shooting their first couple of videos?
I think you said it. The first step is just do it. Start with what you think is the right way to do it. Like if you want to start with a portrait, go portrait. If you want to go landscape, go landscape. But I think start before you're ready. That is one of the things that I heard. I think it comes from Gary. It comes from Peter McKinnon. It comes from all these guys collectively. That's one of the principles that I hear. Like most for anything, if you want to start training, if you want to start reading, if you want to start a new hobby, it is start before everything is set out and perfect. And because that's what happens, right? I remember when we were doing exams. When you're doing exams, yes, all of a sudden everything needs to let me just move everything. 2 hours later, I'm still moving stuff, bro. I'm like, I think that is a great principle that you touched on, Eugene. So I would opt for going for a landscape. If you want to go technical, always go landscape because you're a little bit more versatile when you do it that way. And also, if I can maybe try and get it in on the screen there. So this is a kind of a center shot. So if you want to go for center, stay in the center. Sometimes people want to go for a third because you want to add some, let me just get it on this side. You want to add a logo or something on this side. So you have to be mindful of what you want to do. If you know that you're going to edit the video, leave space to add some text, say next to your head or wherever, right? But if you're not going to add any text, you can pop it right down the middle or whatever. So that's maybe just a small thing that people can try. Always try to keep a straight arm. I mean, your arm then becomes your gimbal at the end of the day, right? So use it and kind of lock it in on your face. So wherever you move, just keep it straight because that way you stay on the same spot in the camera because some guys are really like the arm and the head is moving all over the place. And then
so should I take a broomstick and then tie my arm to the stick and then hold it like this?
If you have a crutch, you just tape the phone onto the crutch. So just a small tip there, because that's a good length away for the sound to pick it up as well, and there's a lot of space for your face to still be in there. Try to fill it up as much as you can. And then something that people kind of always miss is picking the right spot for the light to hit your face. Right? Sometimes just as a small test, like you put your fist like in front of the camera, like this where you want to shoot. And you just kind of move around until you see, oh, wow, the sun kind of hits my fist kind of nice there. Now I know, cool, the sun is going to be on my face just enough so there's not enough or too much glare or the background is, kind of played up and stuff like that. It's just maybe pick like some spot in your house where you know, okay, cool, the sun comes through nice here. It's enough light on my face because that just elevates the quality and people can they don't think about it, but you've thought about it and it just adds a little to what you want to do. So like I said, either go center if you're not going to add text. Probably if you want to do like a story mode, you can probably just keep it center and then do a portrait straight off. And I think the last thing is know what you want to say. Otherwise, you're going to keep people busy you're going to digress. I digress real quick.
I know.
So know what you want to say. Kind of just go down this is what I want to do. I should remember to introduce myself. This is what I do. This is my passion. This is the main question that I want to answer for people right now. This is how I want to answer that question. This is how I'm going to say bye. Otherwise, it becomes awkward and weird at the end, right? Like like the South African boy. So yeah, it's like
it sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Okay,
It's almost like
so yeah, boy.
uncomfortable.
So you want a definite end there, and so planning that out is so crucial. It's just gonna help you with coming across more confident and authentic, and like you also said, Vali, it's people get to know you. Like, don't be anyone else. You don't have to pretend. Just be yourself. People will relate.
But what makes me think about the uncomfortable goodbye. It's the old, I don't know if it's in other cultures as well, but at the end of the braai, this old Afrikaans braai, then you get all your aunties there, and it's like, do I hug? Is it kiss? How does this work? What am I going to do? I don't really want to. Should I? Should not? And,
I think COVID helped us sort out some of that. Now it's just like, bye.
Cheers.
Here we go. What do you want, the fist or the elbow? Like.
So, Andre, thanks for all of those tips, man. So, before we jump into the hot seat questions, if someone wants to work with you, how do they get hold of you?
So they can buy me a coffee at any Seattle of their choice, and I'll just meet them there. No, just kidding. So everyone's more than welcome to visit the website, seamlessproductions.co. Yes, there we go. And email address also very easy, andre@seamlessproductions.co. Love to hear from you guys if you have a specific project or concept or something that you want to get off the ground. I mean, I love dreaming about stuff and helping you put together that story.
Reimagine.
Let's reimagine
Productions. You can buy me a coffee later.
IP, bro. I'm writing that down. It's mine now.
Now it's time for the hot seat, Andre. So I don't know if you've seen the hot seat before. 5 questions, no explanation needed, just whatever comes to mind first.
All right.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Just give me a second.
I'll go.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Yes.
So, first question. If in 20 years from now, someone had to write the book for the next 20 years of your life, what would it be called?
Unbreakable.
Lekker. Cool. What's one of your biggest 5-year goals?
Legacy. That's a very big one. It's probably very broad, but I'd like to make a film within the next 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Very cool.
If you need an actor, you can just call Eugene.
Yeah. No, he's on the list. He's already on the list.
I'll be the backdrop. Just don't ask me to talk. Otherwise, the film's going to be 4 hours.
I'll make you a tree.
Andre, how about making the longest film in history? Get Eugene to act and talk the whole time.
And then again, you'll have 3 viewers. Vali's wife, my mom, and you.
We can do a trilogy. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Favorite place in South Africa to visit?
Wow, Drakensberg. Yeah.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh.
What would you say is one of your traits which has contributed the most to what's your success thus far?
That's a good question.
Wow, I mean, this fringe has probably helped a lot. No, I guess my ability to approach and speak to people. Like I'm never scared to ask or to know, hey, so what do you do? And this is what I do. And before I know it, I'm connected with someone who might open a door, you know? Yeah.
And last question, if you had to go get a good haircut, where would you do that? I'm joking.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
What's the best advice you've ever given a business or entrepreneur?
Oh, wow. It really sounds simple and cliche, but it's the same principle that we spoke about just now. It's start yesterday.
Yeah.
You'll get better. You will get, if you really want to do it, you will get better. Like there's more than enough people around you, more than enough resources and tools out there to help you get better at anything. So it's really about what's your desire, your passion, and go. Like just go.
Yeah. Cool. I think we've lost Eugene. So, but Andre, thanks so much for joining us in today's show. Eugene's back. But thanks so much for taking time out to come and share with these guys. I think video is probably the next frontier when it comes to marketing and marketing content. So it's something which I think every entrepreneur should invest in. And then for the guys that turn up to today's show, remember, without you, there can't be a show. So like, share, and anyway.
Awesome, guys. Have an amazing week further and enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. And from my mastermind, welcome. Andre, I'll send you pictures from Musenberg. Andre. This joking, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for joining the show. Till next time.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.